Hello everyone, my name is Sylvian, and by the way, my new site is finally up. So I guess I'll have to change all the links down below the videos with the new link of the new site. I do one-on-one coaching, email coaching, and other things. In the future, I will also create some cool courses. And in order to get the news about my courses, the best thing to do is to subscribe to my mailing list. So if you subscribe there, for sure, you will be aware of the new course, the first one anyhow, that should be coming up in the near future. I don't know exactly when, but hopefully very soon. So without further ado, let's go into our questions and answers. So the first question is a question that has been asked very often in the past, and I'm sure will be asked again. So I hope this is going to be helpful to you. So the question goes like this: is there a way to know which action is inspired or not? Yes, there is. There is a very, very easy way, and this is it. If you are asking the question when you're about to take that action, if you're asking the question, is my action inspired? It is not. Okay? If you are asking yourself, is your action is inspired? You get the answer right there. It's not. When you take inspired action, you are pulled to do what you are inspired to do. And you are not asking yourself the question, is my action inspired? You are completely pulled. You are completely pulled to take that action. You're not asking yourself the question. And you feel some type of an energy, a very high type energy where you feel so good about what you're doing. When that happens, you know it is an inspired action. You do not ask yourself the question why. You do not ask yourself the question if, and you are pulled to take that action, very happy to do so. Every time you're asking yourself the question, it's not an inspired action. And let me add this: the more you get in touch with your higher self, with your God self, and less in touch with your human self, the more you are going to know when your action is inspired, and the more you are going to have inspired action to take. So get away from your human self more and get in touch with your higher self, with your God self more. Question number 2 is a very interesting one, and I'm sure many of you are asking yourself this question or a similar question. So here it goes. Everyone I see is part of my consciousness. They are a projection of my state of consciousness. What does it mean when my mother becomes demented and dies a few years later? Have I caused this by unconscious thoughts? No, you haven't caused the death of your mother. You haven't caused the disease either. Neville Goddard said it, and I don't remember the exact quote, but pretty much he said that we cannot wish evil onto someone that easily, okay? Basically, he said that unless the person accept that evil for themselves subconsciously, you cannot wish evil onto someone else. So basically, for example, people who say that they have a curse, for example, if they do have a curse, the only reason they do it's because they accept that curse. They accept that bad wish onto them. Therefore, it may very well affect them. But basically, what the quote of Neville Goddard means is that if you refuse that evil, if you refuse even believing in such thing, that's not going to affect you one bit. So, no, you didn't cause the death of your mother. And that is, you didn't cause it consciously and you didn't cause it unconsciously. But the reason why I was talking about even trying to bring evil onto someone consciously, even that doesn't work as easily as people may think. It could only work if the person accept that as a fact, basically. So, no, you can't wish anything bad onto someone else, either consciously or unconsciously, and definitely not unconsciously. What happened in this case is that your mother probably brought that disease upon herself. And I know this all too well because my own mother died from a disease that we call Alzheimer's, even though the doctors never call it Alzheimer's, but there are many diseases similar to Alzheimer's disease, and we always call it Alzheimer's disease. And when I learned that my mother had been diagnosed with that disease, right away I knew why she had it. The reason why she had it is that for at least 10 to 15 years before she was even diagnosed, I remember that she would say on a regular basis either that she was losing her mind, that she was losing her memory, or that she couldn't remember things. Well, affirmations become fact. Affirmations become fact, especially when you believe your affirmations, right? And my mother believed those affirmations of hers, and unfortunately, well, it became true to her. And therefore, she developed a disease that indeed does that. It destroys your memory and it destroys your brain. So, again, don't worry, this is a very unfortunate case, but this was manifested by the person herself. Always remember that the subconscious mind is completely, totally impartial. You can manifest either good or bad onto yourself. Question number 3, which is a question that is asked very often as well. What is the difference between letting go and living in the wish fulfilled? It's the same thing. There are no difference. Letting go, living in the wish fulfilled, living in the end, being in the state of your wish fulfilled, all of those terms mean one thing and one thing only. It doesn't mean that you're dropping your desire in, like you don't care about your desire anymore. It means that you're not obsessed with it anymore. You're not living in the need for it anymore. And you're not living in the lack of it anymore. That's what letting go means. And a lot of people are so confused about this easy term, letting go. What does letting go really means? It means that. It means you drop the need, you drop the lack, you drop everything that is negative about what you want. For example, when you have what you want, let's say you want to be a millionaire. Okay, once you are a millionaire, you drop that desire, you let go of that desire. You do no longer have the desire to be a millionaire because you are one. When you want a car, you have the desire for a certain type of car. You only have that desire when you don't have that car. Once you have the car, you let go of the desire. You do not need that car anymore. You have the car. That's what letting go means. So you need to get that feeling of having, which is letting go or living in the end or living in the wish fulfilled. You need to be in the state of that feeling before it materializes in the 3D world. That's why we keep on saying that you need to let go. You do not let go of the desire, as in you don't care about the desire anymore. You let go of the need. Because even when it comes to the all popular topic, which is the topic of a specific person, once you have that specific person in your life, you do not need that person anymore. You do not feel the lack of that person anymore. You do not have that craving for the relationship anymore because you are in that relationship. So that's what letting go means. And there are no differences between the terms letting go, living in the end, or living in the wish fulfilled, or even dropping the desire. All of it means the same thing. You're dropping the need, you're dropping the lack, you're dropping the absence of it. That's all it means, and it all means the same thing. So I hope the questions and answers of this week were helpful to you, and I'm sure they were. If they were, please give me a thumbs up, like the video, subscribe, comment, share the video as well. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.